Cześć, z tej strony ladyloot, a to jest Hogwarts Legacy. W tym momencie, zaczynając odcinek, dokończymy sobie misję u profesor Weasley, aby nauczyła nas zaklęcia transformacji, tudzież transmutacji, czy jak to tam wszystko jedno. Wiadomo o co chodzi. Musimy lecieć do biblioteki. I tak zrobimy. Pójdziemy do biblioteki. Moment, ja się tam mogę przenieść. Będzie chyba najprościej, no nie? Tutaj. Do tej... Gdzie to jest? Główna sala czy coś? A nie, od razu do biblioteki pójdziemy. Dobra.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Whoops.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Hauntel Hall.
No, kolejne misje nam się pojawiły. Dobrze, ale wszystko w swoim czasie. Ja chcę to zaklęcie poznać, bo ono na pewno nam się przyda. Czy tu coś miałam jeszcze do zebrania, czy już wszystko? Chyba wszystko. Gdzie znajdziemy tę księgę? A, gdzieś tutaj. O!
Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
No, gdzieś tu.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
A ty skąd wiesz?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh,
Ooh.
they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
Jeśli muszę. Tak by możemy odpowiedzieć. Nie, dobra. Bądźmy mili.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
To był chyba znikacz.
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
To jakie to proste. Wywar z raptuśnika.
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
No, tu trzeba naprawdę mieć wiedzę z książki i z filmów, tudzież jedno lub to drugie. Bo inaczej człowiek może nie przejść tego quizu.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
To chyba był ten kafel cały, nie?
The Quaffle.
That's right! When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Nie, znaczy... Generalnie wygląd, ale nie.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
No, ciekawe. Dawaj, od razu!
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Rada Czarodziejów? Czy może Zakon Merlina? Nie wiem, skąd w sumie miałabym to wiedzieć. Nie kojarzę tego nawet. Tak mi się wydaje. Albo Zakon Merlina, albo Rada Czarodziejów to środkowe, chyba raczej nie bardzo.
The Wizards' Council.
That's correct.
O,
The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
najmniejszy. O kurczę, tych nas to w ogóle nawet nie kojarzę. Nie wiem.
The Peruvian Vipertooth.
Brilliant! Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
O, było coś. Ten chyba, nie?
Hengist of Woodcroft.
That's right! It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
Przyczajacz? Gól i co? Przyczajacz, co, że może się zaczaić? Może demimozem? Nie wiem, nie mam pojęcia.
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a lethifold?
Śmierciotule? Co to jest w ogóle? Nie mam pojęcia. Patronus jest na tamtych takich, no jak oni się nazywają, dementorów. Przewracające? A czy to jest coś jak tarantula? Nie mam pojęcia w sumie. Oszałamiające? Nie, może to w sumie, jeśli jak tarantula, to ma dużo nóżek, jak przewrócimy, to nie pójdzie, nie?
The Knockback Jinx.
Actually, the answer was the Patronus charm.
O, a jednak.
The only known survivor of a lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Nie mam pojęcia.
Gamp.
That's it! One of the
Dobrze
principal
zgaduję.
exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Moment. To jest motto Hogwartu. Tak.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct! In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
Nie wiem, zgaduję, że wąż? A może popiełek? No bazyliszek to chyba raczej nie. Chociaż nie mam pojęcia, jak wygląda popiełek z drugiej strony.
The Rune's Paw.
That's right! According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Nie mam pojęcia. Ilvermorny.
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Isolde Sayre and James Stewart.
Nazwa
What is
brzmiała
the most
dość
powerful
angielsko.
love potion known to wizard kind?
Eliksir miłosny. To na pewno nie to. Miłosny? Amortensia? Może od Amor?
Amortentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Nie, dziękuję, już mi wystarczy.
I don't have time for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. Come and find me if you'd like to try later.
Dasz mi coś za to? Tylko jeden
I
błąd
put the book
zrobiłam.
back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick...
You're my second favorite hero!
Revelio!
No jak to? Tylko jeden błąd i co? A większość zgadywałam, przynajmniej z drugiej rundy. Księga o natychmiastowej transmutacji. Ta księga ma za zadanie dostarczać wskazówek uczniowi pragnącemu poznać bardziej zawiłe rodzaje transmutacji. Profesor Weasley często poleca ją zaawansowanym uczniom jako lekką lekturę.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Lekka lektura. Patrzcie ją. Dobra, idziemy na dół. Niektóre pytania z tego quizu, przynajmniej z tej drugiej części teraz, można było na nie odpowiedzieć, jak się czyta, jak się zbiera właśnie te strony z przewodnika i zapamięta się to, co się przeczytało. Znaczy, no trzeba też to czytać, bo wiem, że wiele ludzi zbiera różne rzeczy nie czytając. Ja tam sobie lubię popatrzeć, poczytać. Tu jakaś notatka. Profesorze Black, czy mogę zasugerować zakaz magii na terenie biblioteki? Ktoś się zakrada do działu ksiąg zakazanych, a Cressida Bloom, tudzież Blume, czy Blam, uważa, że biblioteka to jej własny ogródek, gdzie może sobie ćwiczyć najnowsze zaklęcia. To zakłóca spokój innym. W porównaniu z takimi wybrekami Irytek jest grzeczny. Ho! Tak, jak Irytek jest grzeczny, to ja podziękuję. Tam coś się świeci. Wygląda, nie wiem, jakaś kłódka? To chyba tam w tym dziale ksiąg zakazanych to jest, ale innym razem się tym może zajmiemy. Tu jest wyjście. Zajęcia z transmutacji. Czyli ja mogę może tam się przenieść, będzie szybciej. Tak. Dużo szybciej. W ciągu dnia oczywiście. A my jesteśmy nocą. Tutaj. Uwaga, nie wejdź na smroda. A czy jakoś mogę tego smrodu się pozbyć? No nie. A jak go podpalę? Sorry, ziomek, niestety, nie uda się. Co, podpaliłam obraz? Że taki jesteś niemiły? Nie. No to o co chodzi? To ja chcę pomóc i jeszcze pretensje mają. Takie wredne obrazy.
Grubby little faces. I'll just die.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
To jest ciekawe, że to mnie tu ciągle wspomina o to tutaj o tych gargulkach. Ja już zebrałam nawet więcej niż powinnam, a dalej nie mogę ich oddać Zenobii. To jest ciekawe. Gdzie kto mi hello mówił? Gdzie ona jest, ta cała Adelaida? A tu!
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
Wow.
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. Ugh, it's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
Wow, to wskazówka jest dla nas dość, mi się wydaje, istotna.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
Chodzi pewnie o nasycanie metalu tą magią Ranrocka. I przez to się pewnie tak podświetlała. Co tu mamy?
Alohomora.
No, prawie. Lecim. O, proszę bardzo. Udało się. O, tu jakieś schody dokądś. Nie było mnie tu. O! Ten chłopek. Ja już wiem, co trzeba z nim zrobić. Podnieś kulkę. Tak. Generalnie. Nic więcej nie trzeba było z nim robić. Aha, to już nigdzie więcej nie pójdę. No dobra. To niedużo tu było. W sumie. No dobrze. Pójdźmy dalej. Zajęcia z transmutacji. A tak, zaraz będą. Najpierw może zerknijmy tu do niej, bo tu chyba się da wejść teraz. Tak, jak byliśmy tu poprzednim razem, to nie znaliśmy tego czaru i nie mogliśmy wejść. No, już prawie. Zobaczymy, co tu ciekawego znajdziemy w jej gabinecie. Co tu mamy? O! I oczywiście jakiś dokument. Droga profesor Wesley, dziękuję za słowę. Miło mi słyszeć, że wśród tegorocznych siódmoklasistów jest wielu uczniów, którzy nie tylko są zainteresowani karierą w ministerstwie, ale również wykazują predyspozycję do zajęcia stanowisk w tymże urzędzie. Oczywiście potwierdzą to ich sumy, jednak pani opinia jest równie cenna dla naszego procesu rekrutacji. Pani doświadczenie w pracy w ministerstwie zapewniło pani wyjątkową perspektywę, za którą jestem niezmiernie wdzięczny. Wraz z upływem semestru będę oczekiwać dalszych informacji. Z poważaniem, Faris Spavin, minister magii. Londyn. To tak to się tutaj dzieje wszystko. Tam jest znowu jakiś ziomek, ale gdzie ja mam tam wejść? Są tu jakieś drugie drzwi? Czy jakoś tam inaczej się wchodzi? Tu nie widzę żadnego wejścia. Nie, to będzie pewnie gdzieś indziej, nie w tej sali. Dobra, no to w takim razie weźmy udział w tych zajęciach. Przeczekajmy. Tak. Wstawaj z tej gleby. Idziemy na lekcję. O, proszę.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. as I see in all of you. Tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Tak? Wiemy, co mamy zrobić? Na pewno? Proste zaklęcie w porównaniu z niektórymi. Proszę
Beautifully
bardzo.
done.
Mamy to. I teraz trzeba z nią porozmawiać. Owszem, ale zerknijmy sobie tutaj. W takim razie ja bym sobie może przypisała to zaklęcie. Bo to pewnie trzeba będzie zaraz testować tutaj.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
No.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Nie. Nie. Ale tak.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can, in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Dziękuję za pozwoleństwo. I lecimy. A nie, najpierw go wytestujmy. O. Beczka.
Something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Mamy dostępną
My
kolejną
plan with the
misję.
helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
O, proszę. To będzie nam potrzebny Amit chyba. Tak mu było? Nieźle. Dobra, wytestowany. Dziękuję pani profesor. Lecimy stąd. Teraz tak, mamy sporo misji. O, Gareth.
Hello, Gareth. So, has your aunt been taking it a bit easier on you lately?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, a few days ago, she gave me a detention. I was only testing a new recipe in a mostly empty classroom, and the fire was put out quick enough.
Pożar? Serio?
If you're setting things on fire, then perhaps you ought to rethink your choices.
That's exactly what Aunt Matilda said. Can't let the doubters sway me. When they taste my latest brew, they'll forget their criticisms and the fires. It'll be bigger than butterbeer. Oh, that gives me an idea. Better write it down. Best of luck to you.
nieźle jest pokręcony ten gościu. No ale czym byłyby historie bez takich kolorowych postaci, prawda? Kogo tu mamy? A, to ta chciała tam chyba coś z tymi dedalowymi kluczami chyba, tak?
Could you remind me how the Daedalian keys work again?
When you spot or hear a flying key, you're to follow it back to its cabinet. Inserting it in the lock is the tricky part. I hope you follow some. If you open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Ta, no, brzmi fascynująco, jak
I'd better
fascynujące
keep an eye on
zadanie.
high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
Powtarzasz to za każdym razem, dziewczyna. O tych gargulkach. O, tu był właśnie, tu był taki chłopek. Zapomniałam o nim. Proszę bardzo. Kolejna strona.
Revelio.
Zerknijmy może, co mamy za misję. Co możemy zrobić jeszcze? To znaczy, mamy teraz dużo misji. Tak, to są główne. Porozmawiaj z Amitem o języku goblideguckim i spotkaj się z Sebastianem w górującej kopalni. A boczne mam tutaj. Mówi się mama. Aha, to było tutaj o rozmowie i tu mam się spotkać z Poppy. To może zróbmy najpierw to, jak jesteśmy już w Hogwarcie. Mapa. No, nawet niedaleko.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
No i co, że tu niby coś jest? Tu to nie, to chyba u góry było, nie? No ale ja i tak już je zebrałam w sumie.
So frustrating.
A nie, jednak tu jest. Mimo, że zebrane jest.
Oh, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
Na pewno.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my
Ooh.
gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
O, fajnie.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Aha.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no. A person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Interesujące.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time.
O,
Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
spoko, nie ma problemu, od czego są przyjaciele, no nie? Niuchacz, coś tu niucha. W porządku. Mamy za sobą rozmowę. Mamy również misję, jedną z misji relacji. Mamy porozmawiać z Poppy. To może spotkajmy się z nią w takim razie. Gdzie? Pod 3 miotłami. W porządku. To wyruszamy do Hogsmeade. O, to jakaś misja? Tak, jakaś nowa misja. Generalnie nam się pojawiło trochę nowych misji znowu. To wszystko po tym, jak tak jakby zamknęliśmy rozdział. Kolejny rozdział w historii tutaj jakby. O, nie było mnie tu? Jak to się stało? Mi się wydawało, że byłam chyba wszędzie w tym Hogsmeade. No to? Znaczy wszędzie, gdzie można wejść z zamkiem max poziom 2. Okazuje się, że jednak coś pominęłam.
What do we have here?
Gdzie masz go? U góry chyba. Musi być w takim razie. Masz u góry Demimoza? A tak, faktycznie. Jest ziomek. No to teraz musimy czekać na noc. O, to będzie w takim razie ostatni. Fajnie.
Mine now, demiguise.
If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Ale że jak? 2 misje mam z nim? Mam się z nim spotkać w 2 miejscach? O proszę, posążki Demimoza w Hogsmeade zebrane wszystkie. Proszę, jaka będzie nagroda, zaklęcie Imperio. Tak, mam się z nim spotkać tutaj i mam się z nim spotkać w kopalniach, czyli główna misja i misja relacji. No spoko, tylko najpierw, skoro tu już jesteśmy, to idziemy się spotkać z Poppy. Skoro tu nie weszłam, to czy tu jeszcze jest jakieś coś zamkniętego, gdzie jeszcze mogę wejść? No pewnie. Ale nie, tutaj jest poziom 3, to nie. To nie wejdziemy. Tu widzę jakiś, ale tam pewnie też poziom wyżej. Szybko zerknę, ale wydaje mi się, że tak. Tak. Dobra, nieważne, nie odbiegajmy od tematu. Lećmy do Poppy.
Over here. This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
No, spoko. Nowa misja, więcej doświadczenia? Ja poproszę.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
O. Tak, ale mówiliśmy, że tutaj przyjaciołom mówimy, o co chodzi w tej wersji gry, bo tak jak mówię, będę na pewno grać w to jeszcze raz, także powiedzmy jej.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Dobra, to nie stój tutaj
I
jak
hate to
słup.
see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
No, nie stój tu jak kołek, tylko idź szukać tej smoczycy. Dobra, tu jakaś misja mi się pokazała. Dostępna. I może byśmy ją zrobili w sumie. Tak, tutaj. Jak tu do ciebie dotrzeć? Czemu czekać, jak ona jest obok? Aha, pewnie musi być za dnia. Grosik.
Hello there. Was there something you needed?
Hello, I was wondering if you would be interested in having your own shop and a house elf to help you with it. Penny's the name. Penny's mistress is selling this shop, and Penny is most eager to start working with the new owner. It might surprise you to know that Penny can sell practically anything.
Grosik. No?
Oh, it would be wonderful to have a place to sell things and someone to help me.
You'll be able to give Penny almost anything that you want to sell. It will be no work at all for you once the shop is up and running. If you want the shop and Penny hopes that you do, you should talk to Penny's mistress as soon as you can. Her name is Cassandra Mason.
Why is your mistress selling the shop? And you?
Penny cannot be certain, as Mistress Mason so rarely confides in her. However, she repeatedly mentions how tired she has become of trying to let the shop. She has had rotten bad luck with the last few tenants.
Are you all right? Are you holding your breath?
Penny's fine. Sometimes Penny simply needs to remind herself to stop talking.
Aha. Okej.
What kind of things would I be able to sell in the shop?
All kinds. means anything from essence of Disney to mooncalf fur. If a buyer exists for something, then Penny can sell it and get the best price. Just ask Mistress Mason.
No, z takim gadanym to na pewno.
Why are the premises in such disarray?
Oh, the previous tenants were not able to manage very well. They seem to have given up rather quickly. Penny is perfectly capable of helping clean and repair, so the shop will be ready for business in no time.
How is it you're so good at selling? Seems unusual for a house elf.
Oh, before he died, Penny's previous owner, Master Mason, trusted her to do all sorts of things to help him with his shop. Penny supposes it is a bit unusual for a house elf to possess such skill, but Master Mason commanded it, and Penny was happy to oblige. Master Mason was a wonderful master.
Wspaniale.
All right, I shall go and find Madam Mason.
Oh, this is splendid news indeed. You won't be sorry. You can find Mistress Mason at her home on the north edge of the village. Penny does hope she gets to work with you.
Możemy mieć swój własny sklep. A, to co tak właśnie myślałam, że tu można wleźć. W pewnym momencie będzie dało się to jakoś wejść. Rozwalić to czy coś. I pewnie sobie tutaj postawimy sklepik i go odremontujemy i w ogóle będzie wszystko super pięknie. Fajnie, fajnie. Aha, tu nie mogę jeszcze wejść. Gdzie jest ta pani cała? Zobaczmy, porozmawiajmy. Ciekawe, ile sobie zażyczy pieniążów za ten sklep. Gdzie ona jest? Gdzieś z tyłu? A tak, czyli mieszka tu z tyłu chyba. A ja już tu byłam w tych domkach. Nie omieszkałam tutaj już pozbierać czegoś. Tam coś mi się świeciło na dole.
Hello, Madam Mason? I understand you have a shop to sell.
Why, yes. Yes, I do. Are you interested?
Perhaps. It depends upon your terms.
I think you will find my terms quite generous. But, and do please forgive me for asking, don't you think you might be a tad young to own a shop?
I have a knack for this sort of thing, if I do say so myself. If I can meet your terms, I hope that you'll sell to me.
Well, I reckon you have the confidence needed for such a venture. And of course you'll have Penny to help you. That elf could sell tea to a troll. I assume she told you she comes with the place.
She did indeed.
I like you. Tell you what, I shall sell you the space for an exceedingly fair price. I think you might just be shrewd enough to make a go of it.
An exceedingly fair price for a shop and an elf. What's the catch?
Ha! You are wise to be wary in business dealings. No catch, really. I simply ask that you allow me to do you the favour of buying the shop back, at a discount, of course, should your efforts fail. The last thing we need here in Hogsmeade is for one bad apple to spoil the barrel, if you get my meaning.
Your faith in me is overwhelming. You're sorely mistaken if you think I'm going to fail.
There's that confidence again. And, of course, I wish you every success. Do we have a deal?
Zapytajmy może, zadajmy te wszystkie pytania, bo ona jakaś dziwna się wydaje, ta kobieta.
What precisely do you mean, should my efforts fail?
Honestly, I only mean that if for some reason you're unable to keep the shop going, I could help you cut your losses. That's all. But, as you've implied, the odds of that happening are remote.
The shop seems to be in an ideal location. Why has no one purchased it yet?
It is indeed. But I've just decided to sell. I've grown weary of being a landlady. My late husband was the one with a passion for shopkeeping and business in general. You'd be wise to take advantage of this opportunity before the offers start rolling in.
It looks to be rather a mess. Why haven't other tenants been able to make a go of it there?
As you've no doubt considered, running a shop is not as simple as those less savvy might think. The new owner, however, will have something that previous tenants did not. The benefit of Penny's particular prowess. Her assistance will make all the difference, I should think, in both getting the shop ready for business and ensuring its success.
It does sound intriguing, but I need to consider my finances first. I'll come and find you if I'm interested.
Very well, but I won't be able to keep the shop available for too long. If you do want the shop, I'd advise you to return to me as soon as possible.
1500? No przecież to jest śmieszne. Mam tyle pieniędzy, że biorę od razu ten sklep.
Madam Mason, about the shop.
Yes?
I've decided I'd like to go ahead and purchase the shop.
I have to say I'm impressed. You are a remarkably resourceful student.
I am indeed.
And brave. You won't be sorry. Give me the money and I shall get the paperwork filed immediately.
Wait a minute, brave? Perhaps this isn't a good idea.
Oh, I only meant that it takes metal to run one's own shop. You seem to have it in spades.
Brzmi to podejrzanie. Ciekawe, czy jak mnie zrobi w jajo, to mogę jej natłuc. No w sumie mam sporo kasy, zaryzykujmy. W końcu bez ryzyka nie ma zabawy, nie?
Oh, of course. And you're right. Shall I head directly to the shop then?
Please do. Oh, one more thing. Since my husband died, I've not been able to bring myself to retrieve some of his personal items. They're in a chest at the back of the shop. Penny has the key. As you get organised, I would be terribly grateful if you could help an old widow and gather his things for me before you open for business. I wish you the very best of luck in your endeavours. Penny will meet you there.
Ciekawe, czy to mnie tutaj nie robią w bambuko. Ale, no tak jak mówię, musimy zaryzykować. W takim razie lecimy do grosika.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Zobaczymy. No tu tyłem tyłami też całkiem przyjemna droga, można iść. No, grosik.
Well, I've done it, Penny. The shop is mine.
Oh, Penny is so pleased. Penny was hoping you would be the one to purchase it.
I'm glad you're here to help me.
Goodness, what a kind thing to say. Penny will do all that she can to make this a success. There is much to do. The last tenant left in a bit of a rush, so we'll need to clean up and do some repairs.
Well then, let's get to it.
Penny is ready. Between the two of us, we should have this place up and running in no time.
Revelio.
Tak, no to wchodzimy. Co my tu mamy? Ojojojo. Czyżby trzeba było się tego badziewka pozbyć? Nie ma problemu. Co my tu mamy? Znikające? Tak. Czemu tak szybko klikam, to nie wiem. No nieważne. O nie. Nie może zniknąć. No co mam z tym zrobić? Aha, repar. Myślałam, że trzeba sprzątnąć w sensie, żeby zniknęło.
Oh, Penny can already see the potential. Nothing like a bit of hard work.
Revelio.
Ciężka praca to 2 machnięcia różdżką.
Repair.
Mistress Mason wanted Penny to be sure and give you this key. It opens a chest in the back room of this shop.
Oh, yes. She mentioned it to me. It contains some of her late husband's belongings.
Penny wonders if you should open the chest.
Are you holding your breath again?
Penny must get back to work now.
Co będzie w tej skrzyni? Ciekawe. Sklepik wygląda tak sobie, jeszcze nie za bardzo wysprzątany. Zobaczmy. A to ciekawe. Ciekawe, co tu znajdziemy. Czyżby brała kasę od każdego i wszystkich tutaj zamykała? Może być. No. Ciekawie się zrobiło. Gdzie my idziemy? Tu jest manekin. Jest jakaś skrzynia.
Why would someone store one hat in here?
Te manekiny chyba się coś ruszą, mi się wydaje. Głębiej. Czy tu gdzieś jeszcze się...
That's not very hospitable.
Tak.
Oh, goody! Someone to play with. You seem to have your wits about you. What fun this will be. For me, at least.
Mhm. Aha. Spróbujmy sobie...
Lumos.
O, właśnie. Głębiej gdzie? Przecież zamknęli nas.
That's new. Onwards, I suppose.
Okej.
What in the... Who's there? Revelio.
O, jak w horrorze normalnie. O. Dobra. No to tak brzmi wszystko, jakby to było z horroru. No i co? Trzeba je rozwalać, czy co?
Revelio.
Tu jest mega creepy. A, znaczy creepy, no. Takim, że no dziwnie, nie?
Revelio. Revelio.
No nic tu nie ma więcej. Gdzie my idziemy?
Bats. Lovely.
No nie wiem, co tu możemy zrobić. Generalnie rozwalić te niektóre rzeczy.
Seems as if I should hang something there. Revelio.
Okazuje się, że to będzie trochę kombinacji tutaj, a godzina już prawie za nami. W takim razie będziemy musieli zająć się resztą. Tak, resztą będziemy musieli zająć się w takim razie w następnym odcinku, moi drodzy. W takim razie trzymajcie się i do następnego.